puts a barricade in front of your goal. And what happens there? Self-image puts a barricade, and based upon that, you prepare a work order. Okay, fine, so if it is not going to work, my self-image is saying that this is not going to work, so I will go to this, plan B. So you go to plan B, you prepare a work order, and based upon that negative work order, the results come, and the results will automatically be negative. So you are running around this particular loop. We got to change this. We got to really change this paradigm. How can we change this? There are two things: automatic success mechanism and automatic failing mechanism. All the teachers who are listening to me, the senior teachers who are much elder than me, who are much experienced than me, they have known the difference between automatic success mechanism and automatic failure mechanism, between ASM and AFM. Automatic success mechanism will be switched on only if you change your self-image. Automatic failure mechanism always stays within you when you are always a critic within you. Oh my God, I'm not good in speaking English. I'm not good in mathematics. I'm not good in science. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at that. Then how can I go to this particular career? But I would like to work for Infosys. I mean, Infosys is my dream company. I would like to work for Ashok Leyland. And if you are a finance management student, I would like to work for a big privatized bank like ICICI Bank. So this is your goal, but your self-image signals something right opposite. No. I mean, you're not good in numbers. How can you work in ICICI Bank? Look at the people who are working in ICICI Bank. They're smart. Look at you. This kind of inner conversation is happening in today's instant. Am I right or wrong? How many people follow what I'm speaking about? Raise your hands and say yes. Right. So I want you to stop this inner conversation. And the good news is that you can change. Rather than me, rather than the professors out here, you can change it very easily, pretty much easily, and the professors will agree with you. So you can change this, you can convert from AFM to ASM pretty much easily, pretty radically. How can you do that? And I always show a video to plenty of people. I'm running at tight time, so we don't have time for running of the video, but I would like to say the crux of the video. Look at this. The video will be like this. Conscious mind, your subconscious mind, and your body. So this is it. Your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, and your body. Now, if your age is 20 or 21, you got all the pieces of messages that are in conscious mind. And your conscious mind directly sends the signals of the messages to your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind is directly sending the signals to your body. The body moves to action, and the action produces what? Results. Look at this, you will understand. Look at this. You choose your thoughts and you think in pictures. Let's say, for example, let's take the example of a person who is going for an interview, right? So the person goes for the interview at 9:30, the person is supposed to attend the interview. 9:50, the person is waiting in the lobby. And 9:30 is his scheduled time. Now this person is thinking about the interview in form of pictures. Let me give some information about your mental syntax. You don't think through words. You don't think through anything else. You think through pictures. If I ask you to visualize, if I talk about your residence's refrigerator, now you have gone to your residence. And now you are in front of your refrigerator. And if I ask the color of your refrigerator, if you are from Simla, you are from some other place, and you have gone to that particular place in a flash of a moment, and the color of the refrigerator, you are standing in front of the refrigerator and you are envisioning the color, the grey in color. And I want you to hold the handle of the refrigerator. Now your hand is holding that. This is how we think, my dear boys and girls. So we think in pictures. And what happens is that your conscious mind is called as thinking mind, and your subconscious mind is called as your emotional mind. And the person who is sitting for attending the interview, his conscious mind says that I can really do this interview, I can break it up. But the subconscious mind of the person says that, oh, come on, you're very weak in basics. Remember, 3 days back your professor mentioned that you need plenty of improvement in your basics. Then how do you think you can win in the interview? So now, the subconscious mind dominates and conscious mind fails. Right? Okay? And what happens here? You impress these thoughts upon your subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind signals that to the body. The body moves into action, and the action produces what? Results. Now here, the person who is sitting in the interview lobby, the person thinks that what will happen in the interview, and the subconscious mind says that you have given me the signal. You have already told me that you are an AFM person. AFM stands for automatic failure mechanism. So my dear boy, you have already told me that you are an AFM person. So I am your servant. You have told me that you are an AFM person. I am working on it to convert you as a full-time AFM. So how the hell you can think that you can win this interview? Because you told me that I am an AFM person. I am working on it. If you had you given me the picture that you are an ASM person, I would have worked in a different way, and I would have made you win this interview. This is how your mind works. So whatever the results that you are producing is because of the input that you have given the subconscious mind. What a kind of a jerk you are, Mr. Manikandan. I got plenty of arrears in the previous semester. So do you mean to say that those arrears are because of me? Yes. Yes, it's because of you. Somewhere deep down into your subconscious mind, you thought that the arrears in the subject papers are going to be tough, and the body has been moving into action, and there you go, the results are negative. So we need to change this. How can we change this? Now look at this. Your intellectual mind is receiving information from these 5 senses. See, hear, touch, smell, and taste. Leave it on the touch, smell, and taste. Let's talk about the see and hear. First day at the office, when you are working in your career, your career team has been realized, and you go to your office, and that's the first day. The first day when a person is welcoming you with a handshake, he says, "Man, you got to be very careful in this company. Welcome to the company, but you got to be very careful." Why? This is my first day. Yeah, of course, I welcome you, but you got to be very careful. My point is, why do you say that? Because I'm working in this company for the past 12 years, and this is one kind of a heck of a company, and you can never come up with this company. Why do you say that? Is there any specification? I have got loads of reasons. The boss is a nerd. The people whom you are going to work are really very politicking. They are very critical. Now what happens here? So we are seeing this. See and hear. You are seeing the person and you are hearing the person's words. What happens here? The syntax, the mental syntax. The person has got complete domination over you, and the person gets a particular signal to the conscious mind, and the subconscious mind is an emotional mind. Whatever you say, it will accept. Let me give you a difference between subconscious mind and conscious mind. Look at this. Look at the statement. Your conscious mind can think. It has got the ability to think rationally. Your conscious mind can accept. It has got the ability to accept as well. Your conscious mind can reject. It has got the ability to reject as well, and it also has got the ability to choose. But the subconscious mind is the engine right here, right? Conscious mind is secondary. Which is primary? Your subconscious mind is primary. Subconscious mind cannot think, it cannot reject, it cannot choose, but it can only accept. So that guy right there comes and says that 12 years I'm in this company, and the company has been not treating me well, and so it's going to happen for you. So the subconscious mind accepts a signal. Oh my God, I have landed in a wrong place, and this guy, 12 years of experience, and he says it's going to be tough here. So what happens? Your subconscious mind, tough. Okay, fine. So the subconscious is going to be tough. So subconscious will accept, and it starts working on it. And there you go. You become a very, 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 very low productive employee in that company. Happens. How many of you have experienced this in your life so far? Some people have really made a predominant kind of an image. Children know this pretty much clearly. And children are the masters of carving the subconscious mind. You know that? Because they ask plenty of questions. Train is very tough, it is very fast. If you go and stand in front of the train, just like in the cartoon, you will be flying it. And the child will ask, why? Why should I fly? If you go and stand in front of the train, what will happen to you? Train will bang, and you will be flying. Why? Don't I have the strength of shoulder for facing the train? So why are you saying this? See, questions. And we said, shut up, you little kid. So we finish up the subconscious mind. We see the subconscious mind. And from then onwards, we stop asking questions. And subconscious mind starts to become a slave from that point of time. The product that you are right now, the image that you have, the persona that you have, the kind of behaviors that you have, all the multitude are because of the inputs that you have been giving in your subconscious mind. Change that, get out there. What are the things that you think that are tough in this world? Destroying terrorism is really tough, Mr. Manikandan. That's something that you have given into your subconscious mind. Earning more than 50,000 per month is really, really tough in India. That's the signal that you have given to your subconscious mind. It's not tough, but you have defined that it is tough. My family can never have a own house, We always have been living in rental house, and my dad was not able to do that, and I'm also not able to do that. Who said? You have given to your subconscious mind the signal, and the life is going on. How profound concept it is, and nobody has told about this to us. And once I learned about this concept, I was feeling very limiting. Oh my God, had this been known 15 years back, I would have been much more better. No offenses for my current position, but I felt that I should have been much more better. And that was really painful, And I don't want you guys and girls to have that pain. Know that now itself, and your life will be definitely legacy. So coming back to the point. Now, see, hear and touch. Hereafter, be very careful with what you are listening and what you are seeing and what you are hearing. And when the news comes and says that Indian economy is so down, all the people who are running the medium scale business, large scale businesses, they are going to have plenty of losses. Businessmen listen to this and businessmen believe that. And if they believe that, they are definitely going to have failures. But there are some smart businessmen who don't live their business life listening to the news and the things that are written into the papers. And those smart people are the godfathers for us. People like Ratan Tata, people like some people in Ambani. Learn about Kumar Mangalam Birla, the chairman of Birla Group of Companies. And this guy gives 155 crores per year for charity without making advertisement. That's very important. So, 155 crores, my dear friends. I mean, if you take small provinces, it's an annual turnover of almost about 25 companies. And this guy gives 155 crores to the charity. And what is the kind of the subconscious mind that guy has got? Learn from that kind of businessman. Don't learn anything from Jay Malaya or somebody else like that, because people who are running alcohol business or not at all businessmen in my book. So I'm not giving such examples. I will be giving examples of Ratan Tata, the ex-chairman of Tata Group of Companies. Of course, Kumar Mangalam Birla. Why should we always speak about American people? Let's speak about only Indian people. So I always give Indian examples, right? Lots of examples, as man says. Thank you. And the lady who goes back at 5:30 to the office, 5:30 to the residence, and she takes the call, and she dials up to the office. And anybody who is picking up the call after 5:30, 5:45 from the office, you'll be fired. This is Chandra Kochar, the Chief Executive Officer of ICICI Bank. And the person who says that, first of all, I'm a mom for my daughter, then I'm a good wife for my husband, and then only a Chief Executive Officer of this beverage company. This is Indra Nui, the Chief Executive Officer of PepsiCo. We've got plenty of emotional, sentimentally driven and dynamic people in Indian incorporation. So I wanted to take all those people as examples. Those people are the ones who have been very, very choosy with what they see and what they hear. Other people's influences don't naturally dominate them. As the saying goes, you need not be the footballer of others' opinion.
Yes.
So the others' opinions are definitely not going to be. That's none of your business. If I come to ma'am and if I come to ma'am say that ma'am, what you're doing is not right. I went through your research paper. Your research paper is not really good, and you should have kept a little bit depth on the information. Likewise, that's my opinion, and it's none of ma'am's business. Okay, Mr. Manikandan, I really accept your assertions graciously. She gives a handshake and she leaves. Because here, she was hearing my words and she did not allow those negative words influencing her subconscious mind. That's why she becomes a leader. That's how she becomes a leader. So, understand the simple mechanism. So, what is your subconscious mind? Hereafter, what you do is whatever you see, whatever you hear, before you enter that into the mind, before you put that as a feeding into the mind, please have a control and filter. Control and filter and have a new image. Have a new image. I will put up a new image. This is what is going to be my career. This is what is going to be my kind of aspiration. Put up a new image. And what does the subconscious mind say? Give me a new image, and the subconscious mind receives a new image. Look at this. The new conscious image leads to new subconscious image, which ultimately leads to what? New results. The new image you impress upon your subconscious mind controls the vibration, and those vibrations control what you attract in your life. So step number 1, hereafter, you got to be very choosy with what you listen from your friends. Hereafter, you got to be very choosy with what you are seeing from your friends. Seeing from the media, seeing from the television, seeing from all the internet technological resources. And keep your mind as a wonderful oasis that have your own information. Now I'm going to give you 3 techniques, psychologically proven techniques for changing your life. How dare you keep on saying this statement, changing your life, changing your life. How can we change our lives in just 1 hour, Mr. Manikandan? You are such a stupid fellow. Well, I accept that scolding, but there are some people, not some people, there are many people with the glimpse of your eyes. I could very well assure that you people are definitely going to use all the exercises that I'm going to give you. Because I speak plenty of languages. Because I haven't seen many people have their eyes moving towards the left side. When you are listening to a particular person and when your eye pupils are always narrowed down towards the left side, it means you're not interested in the conversation. And when the eye pupil is always putting down, you are actually inferior because of that conversation. If your eye pupil is upward, little upward and right, it means that, come on, I know about this. You're not a big guy, I know about this already. When you people are giving me the static kind of same, it doesn't move left, it doesn't move right, it doesn't move upwards. So which clearly means that your mind is thirsty of this information. And you like this information. So with that guarantee, I would like to say all of you, almost all of you are really going to use this exercise and you're going to change your life. What is that exercise that you are speaking about? Well, I've got a couple of them. Couple of exercises. So before I give you the exercise, before I introduce this exercise, this is a whole lot of information. I'm unloading plenty of things out here, but I want you to focus on this specific picture, this particular picture. Your subconscious mind is wide open, my dear boys and girls. Please understand that your subconscious mind is wide open, and the ideas that you put in and the ideas that you get from the others, the thoughts that you are putting in, the thoughts that you are getting from the others, the images that you are putting, the images that you are getting from the others. Hereafter, be very careful with these three elements. When somebody says that, oh my God, this semester is going to be tough because we are getting into the final year and finding a job is going to be tough. So if you believe that and if you give some vibration towards that thought, bad news that you are becoming a weaker person. So it's pretty simple. So you mean to say I have to monitor all the thoughts? No. No. All I want you to do is just listen to your inner conversation. The only way to develop self-confidence in an youngster is to make the person learn how to govern the inner conversation. We got courses, classes, internet pages, articles, blogs, and lots and lots of people speaking about self-confidence. Right from Anthony Robbins till Shukera, everybody speaking about self-confidence. But the best way to improve your self-confidence is your own past library. You can't find self-confident words in Shukera's book or Napoleon Hill's book. You can't find self-confidence in Abdul Kalam's book or Mahatma Gandhi's book. You will be finding your own self-confidence when you roll back and introspect your 9th standard life, 10th standard life, 8th standard life. There were 2 occasions in which you were like a warrior. Once, when you wrote your 10th public examination. Second, when you wrote your plus 2 public examination. Your maturity was much, much lesser than what you have right now. Who made you succeed in that? Your parents? Your teachers? Yes, of course, they played a lot of role on that, but the primary element that made you succeed in those 2 occasions was your subconscious mind and was your inner conversation. Those 2 things can be a wonderful self-confidence reservoir. It can provide lots of self-confidence. So I want you to feed some information like that hereafter into your subconscious mind. So let's move on to the exercise, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Good. So the exercise for changing your new paradigms of subconscious mind. Now, look at these 4. What are you going to do from today onwards after you listen to this particular session? You can either do more of certain things, you can do less of certain things, you can start doing certain things as a new basis, and you should altogether stop doing certain things which you have been doing. So, which are all the things? Which one factor you are going to avoid? So, either I'm going to start doing something which I have not done. For example, I'm going to wake up 5 o'clock in the early morning from tomorrow onwards. If you say that, then you are doing point number 3. You're starting to do something which you have never done. I'm going to quit smoking because you say that the career mapping is all about subconscious mind. I need to have my health properly, so I'm going to quit smoking. Fantastic. So you're going to do thing number 4. You're going to stop, something that you have been doing for the past. So that before I give you this exercise, I want you to take one resolution out of these 4. Now, coming on to the exercise. We will come back to all this a little bit later. This is the first exercise. It's called as the 3-finger technique. If you have read this in some books, I really appreciate you for your knowledge. And if you are going to listen to this for the first time, and if you are going to apply for the first time in your life, I welcome you for this enormous personal leadership world. It's called as 3-finger technique, my dear friends. Every day morning, between 4 to 7:30, in these 3.5 hours, the best time to administer this exercise for an actively, making your subconscious mind to change the paradigm is between 4 a.m. and 7:30 a.m., 3.5 hours. If you have not seen the world so far between these 3.5 hours, then it's a mistake. Well, I always get up morning at 8 o'clock this morning, and then you need to change. So between 4 or 7:30, any time in these 3.5 hours, what I want you to do is, I want you to lie down flat or sit straight, keep your spinal cord straight. Well, during the exercise. During the exercise. So keeping the spinal cord straight. And what happens is that when you sit with your spinal cord straight, you've got a lot of energy. It is not spiritual. It is basic anatomy of your physical existence. So you keep your spinal cord straight, and you're keeping your eye pupils 30 degrees upwards, slightly upwards. Not completely upwards, slightly upward. If I place my forefinger on your forehead, and if I ask you to look into my finger without tilting your head upwards, how do you look? Like this, right? So that's a degree. Question, Mr. Manikandan, why should I wake up early in that morning, and why should I sit straight, and why should I keep up my pupils upward like a lunatic? What is the reason behind it? I'll tell you the reason. I would like to show you a small graphic out here. Look at this picture. You're seeing and you're sensing. And in this 3-finger technique exercise, I'm actually motivating you to make this sensing as a habit, not seeing as a habit. There are 2 different things, eyesight and mind sight. If a problem comes to you in the college, and you say that, oh come on, why God always punishes me? I mean, just now I came across a family problem, now there is a problem again in college. Then you're seeing the problem with eyesight or mindset. Eyesight. And you see the same problem, fine. So somehow I'm going to, this is a character building day. I'm having this tough ratio in the college, and I'm going to learn something out of it. Fine, let me face it. If you have this approach, then it is a mindset or eyesight? Mindset. So we have been living the life with eyesight. And only on few occasions we have been motivated for looking to the problems on mindset. This exercise will motivate you, and it will habitualize you to see all the problems, adversities, and bottlenecks of your life with mindset. You will forget with eyesight. Because you are seeing with sensing. And look at this. In seeing behind, this is your brain, and using the brain you are seeing some picture, and basically the stimuli, the realistic stimuli is appearing as real to you. But here, what happens between the seeing and sensing is that you are slightly tilting your pupils upward, maybe to an extent of 20 degrees, and you are closing your eyes, and here you are creating the sensing, you are creating the stimuli. I want to become a banker. I would like to see myself as an industrialist. I would like to see myself as a teacher. I would like to see myself into this chemical industry. 4 career options. Option number 1, banking industry. Option number 2, a big industrialist, businessman or businesswoman per se. Option number 3, teacher. And option number 4, chemical industry. Ask these 4 individuals to sit straight. And ask these 4 individuals to keep these pupils a little bit upward, and ask them to close their eyes. And ask them, after closing the eyes, since they are going for the stimuli, artificial stimuli sensing exercise, ask them to count from 100 to 1 backwards. Seriously. Count from 100 to 1 backwards. Step number 2. Step number 1, sit straight, keep your pupil upward and close your eyes. Step number 2, count from 100 to 1 backward. And when you are counting from 100 to 1, the speed has to be very rapid. Not too fast, not too slow. Because if you're doing too slow, you will sleep. But if you're doing on a very ordinary basis, you are entering into a different level. What level am I entering? You are entering to this level. Look at this. 2 levels. Beta level, and another level is called as alpha level. Beta level is objective levels. You see everything on a realistic basis. But in alpha level, it's subjective levels. There is no time, no space. Only the things that you create. You create for your own selves. So, theta level, there is another level called as theta level. That level is when you sleep. Beta level is when you are awake. Now, all of you are listening to me with beta level. There is a bridge between this theta level and beta level, and that bridge, my dear friends, is called as which level? Alpha level. Now in this 3-finger technique, I want you to go to this alpha level. Why I am asking you to do between 4 and 7:30 am? Because 4 and 7:30 am, your mind will be extraordinary. The body will be lazy. The body will be dizzy actually because you just got out of sleep. The body will be lazy. So God has created us in such a level that it is a tricky situation where your body is very lazy, but the mind is wide open. It's Newton's mind state, Albert Einstein's mind state, alpha level, invention state, eureka state. So this keeping the pupil upward, closing the eyes and counting from 100 to 1 takes you to this alpha level. Well, Mr. Manikandan, what if I don't get that alpha level in 100 to 1? Count from 100 to 1 one more time. Another time? Yes, another time. Third time. Fourth time. You don't get it. There has to be a plainness. I repeat, when you finish counting 100 to 1, when you come to the close 1, there has to be a plainness. What if I don't get plainness? If you don't get plainness after 100 to 1, it means your mind is a little bit confused. Well, I tried that. 5,000 to 1 I counted, still my mind was getting the confuses and I was not playing. Then you need psychiatric treatment. In my persistence, youngsters will get this plainness exactly at the count of what? 50, 54, 53. When you are counting 54, 53, you will get to this plainness, and that plainness is called as alpha level. And when you reach that alpha level, that's our step number 3, my dear friends. After you reach that alpha level, I want you to keep the fingers like this. I mean, just like you saw in that particular picture. We saw in that 3-finger picture, right? So I want you to keep your fingers like that. So this time, after you reach to this level, keep your fingers like this. Your index finger, your middle finger, and the thumb. Keep these 3 fingers like this. Now I want you to think about your career goal. I mean, you should have decided about your career goal. You should have decided about the new subconscious picture that you are going to give. Let me give you an example. Sir, I mean, which branch you belong to, sir? What are you studying? You're studying? What is the which major? What are you studying? Subject? Science. You? Science. Okay, so science student. And you also? Commerce. Sit down, please. And you, sir, right there. Physics. Okay. 3 students. Physics, core science. Okay. Core science and commerce. And this gentleman out here, they think that they want to work in a central government laboratory as a research scientist. That's their career goal. For example, if you'd like to try that, you can try that, definitely. And this elegant lady out here, she says, I would like to become a banker. You got any goal for yourself? What's your goal? Chartered accountant. You want to become an auditor, right? So sit down, please. Thank you. So she wants to become an auditor. So there are 2 people, 2 distinct kind of career goals. And this elegant lady has to go to that alpha level, and she has to keep her 3 fingers, and she needs to see the picture of becoming a chartered accountant vividly in that alpha level. And mind you, that's called as having a new paradigm shift into the subconscious mind. And that gentleman is supposed to go to the alpha level, and he has to keep these 3 fingers, and he needs to see himself as a clinical kind of a scientist working in a central government laboratory. Come on, sir, I mean, this does not make any sense. It makes sense. I mean, even if it is kiddish, even if you don't agree, even if you don't like this concept, this is how the universe operates. And somewhere, somehow, when you are at the boyhood and girlhood stage, you have been visualizing some kind of a mind imagery, and that imagery is what you have got now. My physical existence, I mean, when standing this kind of a height, this kind of a body muscle, is because of my physical image that I have been putting into my mind when I was in boyhood stage. And that's the case with you as well. Now that's the question, why should I have these 3 fingers? It's simple. You are giving a signal and syntax to your subconscious mind that whenever I have an adversity during a day, whenever I have some sorrows during a day, whenever I have some anxiety period during a day, all I have to do is I have to keep these fingers like this. And when I immediately keep these fingers like this, your current sorrow will be replaced. Let's say, for example, if you are practicing this for 25 days, 30 days, 31st day, you are in your college campus, something bad happens personally, and there is a problem between your friends, there is a problem with the staff members, or some adversity has risen, and your mind is not really doing good. And at that point of time, you keep your fingers like this, since your conditioning has been programmed. I mean, these 3 fingers, have been programmed towards your career goal into the subconscious, during that adversity, when you keep these three fingers, immediately your mind will have replacement thoughts. And your sorrow will be disturbed, will be distracted, and you will be, oh fine, okay, so I want to become this particular guy. So immediately you will be reminded of your goal and your behavior changes. So in that case, Mr. Manikandan, every time I have to keep doing this, keep doing this, keep doing this. Yes, of course, because if your mind is tormented with lots of sorrows, you are always supposed to do this. But Monday morning if you do this and Tuesday morning if you try, nothing will going to work. Nothing is really going to work because you have to condition, you have to program your brain for this. So it takes at least 30 days for this. 30 days, consistently, either in the morning or in the evening, use this three-finger technique. Have this new image. Every day, new forms of image will not work. Consistent image at consistent time for 30 days is going to program a new signal into your brain, and your subconscious will capture it. And as we saw in the slide, your subconscious is able to only accept. It will accept the new image, and it will definitely make you the new image. This is how life operates. Fine. Go to your alpha level. Keep the three fingers like this. I mean, three fingers can be of any combination. I mean, can be of this, can be of this, can be of this, any combinations. Keep these three fingers. See yourself as a person who has completely become a vegan, a teetotaler, not even having the intention of going for tobacco, and see yourself as a well-built person, and see this image for the next 30 days. 31st day, you will cut down on cigarettes. 50th day, 60th day, 70th day, you will lose the habit of smoking. Guaranteed. It will be challenging. This is how life operates. So, what do we come across? All the things that we have learned today were unconscious programming so far.
Unlearning is very important.
Yes, ma'am. That's right. So, you got to unlearn all the things that you have been, that's a fantastic word. You got to unlearn all the things that you have been developing, all the things that you have been learning, and this is a new form of learning. Any questions? Because this is not a motivational speech. It's a therapy that I have given you. And if you make a mistake, you will be differently eccentric. Right? So before you start doing this exercise, make sure that you believe in this exercise. If you don't believe in this exercise, you better don't do this. If you believe in this exercise, be very consistent. I mean, make sure that you are doing it on the same time every day. Make sure that you are very consistent. You can skip this exercise only twice in a week. 5 days compulsion. No, I skip 3 days and I do for 4 days. No, it's not going to work. If you skip Saturday and Sunday, fine. But why should you skip? It is going to change your life. You know, how badly you want change in your life. How badly you want growth in your life. Two things are really going to make you happy. Happiness comes in life only by two things. One, progress, and another one is contribution. You contribute plenty of things, and by virtue of contribution you grow, you are always happy. Rest of the things are giving you subtle happiness, but these two things are really going to give you happy. So you're always aiming for progress, and if you're aiming for progress, do consistently. Because I'm speaking about this alpha level. This alpha level is so profound, and it is definitely going to change. What a kind of a time I'm saying this to you. Of course, it's Youth Red Cross. I mean, it's societal view. Maybe this particular topic in Youth Red Cross camp is not very appropriate. But when Sabari and Sharasami sir contacted me, they gave me the choice of what topic you would like to speak, Mr. Mani. And I told them, who are all the audience? They said, plenty of people from other states are also going to come. So fine, so that's a wonderful opportunity. Maybe that's 1 hour I can change the people even from the other states. So that's why I have chosen this topic. And I'm sure I have made some sense. Have I?
Yes, sir.
Right. So, you got any questions? You know, my esteemed, respected professors, if you got any questions, you can ask me that before we move on to the next exercise. Second, yes ma'am.
So nowadays there is a new concept like
emotional intelligence, and particularly in the northern belt it is being said now the emotional intelligence is being more powerful, and it is being more, it creates more success and its assertion. So there is a lot of talk, a lot of books, and I think people are more comfortable saying that. So what can you say about it?
About emotional intelligence. Which specifically leads to my next topic, aligning to what the ma'am has asked as a question. I mean, she wants me to throw some light on emotional intelligence, developing emotional intelligence. Now, we have been speaking about subconscious mind, and there was another name for subconscious mind. What was the name? What mind? Dash mind. Conscious mind was thinking mind, and subconscious mind was? You're right, emotional mind. So, Emotional intelligence is a state of mind. Emotional intelligence is not a particular mode that can be assisted in an artificial intelligence robot and immediately you go to that. No, it's a kind of a state of mind. There are three things. If you would like to straight away, develop your emotional intelligence, I would like to give another therapy to you. And this therapy necessitates to ask you, to make you ask three questions within yourselves. This was not a part of my agenda, and I am just speaking because ma'am has asked this question. Before I go to the next exercise, quickly let me give you a therapy for raising your emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is a state of mind, and it is a process where you feel so much good. Irrespective of the things that are standing as challenges in front of you, you are feeling that you can face them. That's called as emotional intelligence, right? There are three things that you can take control of. One, your self-talk. Another one, your body language. And another one, your mental focus. I repeat, point number one, body language. Point number two, your self-talk. And point number three, the mental focus that you have at a given point of time. Let's say, for example, going back to the interview attending example. When the boy or the girl sits in front of the interviewer, and the interviewer is asking a question, and the person is not able to give a legitimate answer. There you go, the interviewer gives a subtle insulting remark to the candidate. Come on, this is very basic. I'm so dissatisfied with you that you are not even able to answer this basic question. What happens? The emotional intelligence quotient of that particular person comes down. Downwards down. Now the person, if that boy, if that girl is really a master of this particular technique that I'm going to introduce, will never give up. Will never give up. The moment the person has given the negative remark, that boy or that girl has to switch on these three questions. Question number one, what am I doing with my body language now? Question number two, what am I talking to myself now? Question number three, what am I seeing in my mental focus as picture now? Let me give you the answer. Body language. First question, what are you doing with your body language? The person goes down, the person drops his shoulder, the person is really completely agitated. Breathing gets more fast, sweating all over. Question number two, what am I saying to myself? Saying to myself, oh my God, there is no possible means on the earth that will make me win this interview. The person is already dissatisfied with me, so therefore the conclusion is sealed, I have failed. This is what the person speaks. Am I right or wrong? Third question, answer for the third question, what am I focusing? Focusing is as if the person is giving the negative remark one more time, as if the person is seeing the picture, as if the person is going out of the interview room very, very irrationally, going and crying with his or her mom and stating that this is always happening to me, I don't know why, likewise, all this whining. So if these three things are more emphasized, the emotional intelligence will be even more down. But I want you to think on the other way now. First question, what am I doing with my body language? Fine, so maybe the negative remark for the first question, maybe the next question and the question next to next, I can really make an impression. So the person throws the shoulders back and the person is giving a real positive image. First thing, change. Body language change. Second thing, what am I saying to myself? Saying to myself, some transformational vocabulary. The person has to immediately say to myself, fine, don't give up. This is just the first question. Don't give up. Don't try to show a negative impression. We can still make an impression. The person should talk like this. Mental focus. Mental focus, the person has to see as if the interviewer is getting very happy. As if the interviewer is giving the remark that maybe the first time you slump, but later you picked up on. Really nice, and I really appreciate. Likewise, all those pictures. Now, do you have any punishment to be given to you if you think like this? What is going to punish you? There is no rules, there is no hard and fast rule that you are not supposed to think like this. So why don't you think like that? Because we have been habitualized, we have been trained to think the other way around. So if the person is taking stock of these three things and immediately the person is transforming, that person's emotional intelligence will definitely scale up. And the person will be able to do better in the interview. Right or wrong, my words. Right? So that's the best way to improve the emotional intelligence at any given point of time. And also this is a shortcut way for improving your self-confidence as well. What am I talking to myself? What am I focusing on? And how is my body language? Now I am applying this. Okay, fine, it's lunchtime. Your stomach is churning. I definitely know that I stand between your lunch plate and the lip. But still, I'm also very hungry, but my focus is towards making even more changes in boys and girls' mind. My self-talk is, come on, don't give up, don't even have a sip of water, don't waste time. Within the crunch of time, give more information. And my body language, I'm standing straight. So this is the only way I know that we can develop our emotional intelligence. So maybe you can take this as a second therapy. First therapy was 3-finger technique, going to the alpha level. And second therapy, 3-finger technique in alpha level exercise can be done for Virtually anything. For changing a habit, for developing a new skill, for fixing up a career mind, whatever it may be. I tell you, I have been practicing this. I mean, when I was in the same campus, BSMED, Bharatiya School of Management and Entrepreneurial Development, there is a particular library out here, Central Library. And in the Central Library, I found this article and book. That was the first time I ever read about this alpha level exercise, way back in 2001, 30 years back. And from then onwards, I have been using this, and it has been really plenty of benefits for me. And again, telling you, I was a below average student and I was able to make it, and you people are unlike me, and you can definitely discover plenty of things. Now, quickly, we are running to the close. I've got plenty of things to say to you, but if I give you more amount of unloading things, and if I give you 5 or 7 techniques, you're not going to use even a single thing. But if I give you choosy on 2 or 3 things, you're definitely going to use a couple of things. So the next thing that I'm going to speak very quickly is another exercise. When I was learning martial arts, when I was a college student, I came across this technique. It's called a psychokinesis technique. My martial arts teacher, he was telling me that, Manikandan, if you are going to do this, you're going to get this enormous amount of aggressive power. He was marketing and he was selling out on me when he was saying that the technique was really good. So all he was supposed to say was the technique was good, but he was lying plenty of things. But I made a research about this technique. It's called a psychokinesis technique, and it is one of the Zen meditation practices. And the man asked about a question about emotional intelligence, and we have been speaking about changing the paradigms in subconscious mind. But youngsters have got a couple of short-term weaknesses. Short-term weakness number 1 is getting angry very fast. Right? Short-term weakness number 2 is being very egotistical. When I ask a person to come over here and stand and hold the mic, the person is hesitating to come. Not because the person is not having English speaking ability, not because the person has not got so much of practice. It is only because the person thinks that his ego will be tormented when people are laughing at him. Am I right or wrong? That's the only reason why a person is hesitating to come to the stage. So, coming back to the youngsters, short-term weaknesses. Number 1, anger. Number 2, ego. And number 3 is self-doubt. Now, what if I give you a news that one particular technique will eradicate all these 3 weaknesses? It will be a good news for you, right? One particular exercise. And that exercise is called as this psychokinesis exercise. You go back home, you talk to your granny, she knows this. You talk to your grandpa, he knows this. And if your mom was in the traditional periods of time, way back in 70s and 80s, she will be knowing it. Most of your professors out here know this. It's a very common, simple, yet the most powerful technique for enhancing concentration, for enhancing stability in the mind, and for enhancing memory, and most importantly, the never say die attitude. And you will be very calm, at the same time the inner strength will be much maximum. Remember, I told you 2 techniques. Technique number 1 was alpha level briefing technique. Technique number 2 was the 3 questions. And technique number 3 is this, psychokinesis. What is the psychokinesis? It's simple. Do this in the evening. All you need is a candle. Light up a candle and have the candle. For example, if you have got a practical examination tomorrow, and you need to submit some assignments which are very critical in nature, and you've got to be falling in line with the professor's expectation. And you want to do something very much radical. And you've got a very tough examination, and the subject was very challenging to you, and you were not able to study for the examination. Something is going on wrong. So before studying that examination, before facing that challenge, I want you to administer this for your own self, this exercise for your own self. Light up a candle and keep the candle 10 feet away from you, and sit straight. And all you have to do is just focus on the candle flame. Now we are going to demonstrate this. All of you in this room, including our esteemed professors, are going to try this. How? At the rate of 1, 2, 3, go, I want you to concentrate only on this flame for 1 full minute without blinking your eyes. Okay? At the word of now, when I say 1, 2, 3, go, I want all the boys, all the girls here, all the ladies and gentlemen over here, I want you to focus on the flame, sitting straight as far as possible, and forget all your worries, postpone your hunger for 1 minute, and maybe we can switch the lights off if you don't mind. Yeah. And for the next 1 minute, it's okay, ma'am. For the next 1 minute, just 60 seconds, I want you to focus on the flame. And when you're focusing on the flame, if you are enforced to close your eyes. You can close your eyes, and when you close your eyes, and I want you to see the same flame in your mind's eye. When you open, you see the flame on the slide. When you close, you see the flame in your mind's eye. 1 minute, just 1 minute. And in between, if you've got any thoughts, just kick off the thought, concentrate on the flame. Thought comes, kick it, flame. Thought comes, kick it, come back to flame. Likewise, okay? Only the flame, concentrate on the flame. Ready, set, 1, 2, 3, go. Alright, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Good job. Good job. Give yourself an applause. You have controlled your psychokinetic power for 1 minute. And the psychokinetic power that is there into the alpha level of the brain, that is what is making you make decisions. That is what is making you, handle pressure. That is what is making you, giving you the impression that I can do something. And you have handled that particular thing on your hand for 1 full minute. Such a great exercise this is. So I wanted to do this every single evening. Because evening, it has got lots of energized power. I mean, maybe in the morning, fine, okay, fine. But evening, when it is in the darkness, make sure that you have got this light flame alone into that room. Keep your cell phones away, keep all the gadgets away, don't influence yourself with the technology, and try to just sit and focus on the flame alone. 20 minutes, 15 minutes. And as far as possible, don't blink your eyes. Maybe for the first 10 days, it's going to be very tough. But after that, your eyes are getting practice, and it is a wonderful exercise. Previously, some 15 to 20 years back, we used to administer this exercise, where we would ask the candidates to look into the center, and naturally the person will have an optical illusion as if the wheel is revolving, right? But for some scientific reasons, this is not going to work out too well. So I wanted to flip through this technique. It's called a psychokinesis technique. If you are doing this exercise for the next 7 years without any gap, you'll be able to oscillate this pendulum without touching it by looking at it. Energy communication. Have you read about that in physics? Energy communication. Your radiation energy and the object's radiation energy, and it makes. And if you are making this exercise, or if you are consistent with this exercise for 10 years, you can do this. You can make the objects resize. That's why all the martial arts people use this for 10 years consistently. It's not going to happen. Once you get back to the hospital, you take a spoon and you look into it, it's not going to work. 10 years, you've got to be very consistent with this. And it is called as psychokinesis technique, but don't complicate yourself so much. Let us call it as a candlelight technique. If we speak about emotion intelligence, it's another way of raising your emotion intelligence. And there are plenty of people who get angry, who always cry and whining, sitting in a corner and whining. So those people, if they do this, they will become much, much stronger. Right? Fine? So now, we are coming to the last one, and I would like to rest my case. I've been loading plenty of information on you, and I'm really thanking you for this wonderful kind of patience that you have. But one thing that I would like to give as a final notion, nothing, since we have labeled it as career mapping, and I would like to flip through a particular list of careers using this 3-finger technique, this candlelight technique, and emotion intelligence 3 questions technique. You can always keep yourselves in a new paradigm. I mean, remember, the subconscious paradigm is very, very important. When you are having a new paradigm of life, it's when you are injecting new image into the subconscious, when your life is going to change. But what career you are going to subject yourselves to? And I would like to show you this classification of careers. See, when you speak about careers, and one more thing, I'll be failing in my duty if I skip this water glass technique. Water glass technique. This is another technique for stimulating your alpha. You can never drink water without tilting your head backward, unless you are using a straw like a baby. I don't think, I hope nobody is using that technique per se. You're supposed to tilt your head backward when you're when you're drinking water, either a glass or water. That's a technique called as water glass technique. I mean, this water glass technique I learned in 2001, and in that conference, people said it is for solving the problems of your life. It can be done during the night. So in the night, before you retire from the day, make sure that you are not having any battery. Make sure that you are not spending too much of time in WhatsApp and Twitter at home. And make sure that you are not watching TV. Before you retire from the night, if you've got any problem, or if you've got any particular thing that has to be fulfilled, take a glass of water, okay? And just sip and have half glass of water, just half glass. And when the water seeps into the body, states, you have to tell yourself, you have to affirm within yourself, you have to incant, do the incantation within yourself there. When the water flows into my body, I get the strength, I get the inner strength for facing this and this problem. Or if tomorrow you have got a seminar or nothing, whatever to be underwent, this water, when it goes into this body, and getting all the strength for facing that particular working problem. Next day morning you wake up, and you again have the rest of the water in the same half glass, and you consume the water and you do that again. What is happening here? Before you go to the bed, you are conditioning your brain, and the next thing that you are doing after sipping this water is going to sleep. And once you sleep, the body and the mind condition on the same programming for almost 8 hours if you are having peaceful sleep for 8 hours. And the next day morning when you wake up, you are having the same programming. You are doing the same programming and you are redoing the process. And this is a wonderful thing. If you are doing consistently anything before a task becomes a habit, it takes at least 30 days. 30 days. You do this for 10 days and 15 days break. Another time you do this for 7 days, another 7 days break. Please, don't do such things. In India, we have got a big problem of expecting short-term results. I go to the gym, I lift weights, and immediately in 10 days I would like to become John Cena and Roman Reigns. That's not going to happen. I start this meditation and I'm just trying to do this meditation, and within 10 days or 15 days I'm going to have supernatural power like He-Man. It's not going to happen. Consistency is the key. Repetition is the mother of any skill. So you've got to be very much repetitive and you've got to be consistent. So glass of water technique, breathing techniques, subconscious paradigms, candlelight techniques, whatnot. I have taught you plenty of things. And put together all these 4 exercises will take only 20 minutes in a day. So why not equal this time?
One thing I remember.
Yes, sir.
These all the youngsters, if they fail to do it continuously for 30 days, when they restart, they should start from 1.
Yes, sir.
And at least 21 days, definitely do it.
21.
Then only you can deserve to get some result.
The rule of 21 is speaking.
Yes, yes. And just forgive them if they, for the first time they are trying it, 10 days they could not do. Then do it, start from 1. So then they'll be motivated not to break it.
Thanks for the insight. So as ma'am rightly mentioned, even if you are not very much consistent the first, I'll forgive you. And the next time when you start with day 1. That's what ma'am is saying. So that's not a problem. But some way, if God's decision goes by, when I come to your state, to your college, and when I meet you, I'm going to, before I start that particular session, I'll be reminding all the things that I have spoken on this particular day, right? So consistency is the key, and try to be as far as consistent. Now, as I told you, we are coming to the close. I'm saying this for the past 15 minutes, and I'm not coming to the close. Yeah, so this is the last slide. Categories of career holders. Which category you are going to belong to? Whatever the career that is under the sun belongs to either of these categories. Right? So look at the categories, look at the names of the categories. It's duty fulfillers, guardians, nurturers, caregivers, mechanics, the doers, performers, artists, executives, scientists, visionaries, thinkers, givers, protectors, inspirers, and idealists. There is one particular category of a career which is coming under almost 5 or 6 categories of this. Being a teacher, you're right. Being a teacher comes in duty fulfillers, number 1, nurturers, number 2, caregivers, number 3, doers, number 4, performers, number 5, sometimes artists, because we are always inspired, givers. So we, the bunch of team of teachers, will always speak good about ourselves. But if you've got your own choice of becoming a career, I mean, for example, this elegant lady mentioned that she wanted to become a chartered accountant. Now, can you figure out which category you will belong to? Just give it a try. Even if it is wrong, it's plenty alright. Which category you will belong to? Executive. Fantastic. You are not only belonging to executive, you are also belonging to thinkers and visionaries because you are giving advice to the business, right? Sit down. Science background people, the people of here. Which category you will be belonging to? Scientists. Of course, yes. Scientists and mechanics. And the people who would like to become businessmen and businesswomen, which category you will be belongs to? Visionaries, of course, yes, sir. Executives. But there is one profound common category. And if you make sure your career is fitting in that particular common category, you will be a successful person all the time and you will leave a wonderful legacy to the people. And that common category is, first of all, I want you to be in this category, the caregiver category. Second, performers category. Third, executives category. Fourth, visionaries category. And fifth, the givers category. If you subject yourselves in these 5 categories, other things will be automatically in place. Am I right or wrong? Yeah. Giving. There are 6 human needs. Human need number 1 is growth. Human need number 2 is significance. Significance. I want award. I want appreciation. I want this. I want that. Significance. Human need number 3, certainty. Well, if I go to this career, I need to have the job description and I need to have this job security. Certainty. Human need number 4 is love and connection. Human need number 5 is enormous amount of exposure and network. Maybe networking. And human need number 6 is contribution. Now, out of these 6 human needs, there are 3 human needs which you are aligning yourselves towards, and the other 3 human needs will automatically come to you. Can you tell me which are the 3 human needs? Figure out the 3 human needs which will automatically get the other 3 human needs, and not only the other human needs, it will get plenty of things as well. It's contribution. Love, of course, you're right, love. Love and connection. And what is the third one? No. If you're aiming for significance, then you'll be a failure. Growth, progress. Fantastic, good. Growth, love, contribution. I want to grow. I want to learn. This kind of curiosity for learning, continuous learning, continuous learning. These 2 words are favorite words for any teacher. We always advise students to have this continuous learning attitude. Growth, love, give love and take love and try to give love without expecting anything. That's more spiritual in nature. Contribution, giving away without expecting anything in return. If these 3 things are more in your life, in your career, the other 3 things are definitely going to come. So, these are the things I wanted to mention, and I have given you a profound kind of information. And as I promised 1.5 hours earlier, I have tried to change your life. If you are consistent on these things, you're definitely going to change your life. And after we finish this final conclusion, I will give you the contact number if you want the video and if you'd like to keep in touch with me, or if you'd like to have any of my services, you can always contact me. So life is very easy, don't make it tough. Live strong, live with passion. I rest my case. Thank you so much and Jai Hind. Thanks a lot, I appreciate it. Thank you.